Many people over 60 are not confused because they do not care about their health. They are confused because every food rule seems to fight another food rule.
Eat more vegetables, but avoid starchy vegetables. Carrots are good, but carrots are bad. Potatoes are healthy, but potatoes spike your sugar.
Exactly. And that is why today is not about fear. It is about learning how to build a smarter plate after 60.
So instead of asking, is this food good or bad, we should be asking something else.
Yes, ask, how much of this food can my body handle and what should I eat it with?
That may change the way a lot of people think about vegetables.
And near the end, I'll show you why your own blood sugar response may teach you more than any food list online.
If you are over 60 and trying to manage blood sugar, you may feel like every food rule fights with another food rule. Eat more vegetables, but avoid starchy vegetables. Carrots are good, carrots are bad. Potatoes are healthy, potatoes spike your sugar. No wonder so many people feel confused. Maybe you have stood in the grocery store holding a bag of carrots, wondering, should I buy these or are they too sweet? Maybe you have looked at potatoes and thought, my family ate these for years. Why am I afraid of them now? Or maybe you are doing your best eating more vegetables and still seeing blood sugar numbers that do not make sense. So today we are gonna slow this down, not with fear, not with a strict rule book, and not with another confusing list. We are going to make this practical. If this kind of clear, natural health conversation helps you understand your body with less fear and more confidence, consider subscribing to Healthy Human 365. It helps us bring more simple, practical health guidance to people who want to feel better, eat smarter, and build a more natural lifestyle, healthy from the inside, happy from the heart. And if you hear something today that sounds like your life, stay with us until the end, because we will also talk about how to test foods in your own body instead of guessing forever.
Today, we are talking about 10 vegetables that are usually easier on blood sugar, especially for adults over 60. But this is not just a list of vegetable names. We are going to talk about how to use them in real meals, what to watch for, and where portion size can still matter. Because after 60, the goal is not to cut out everything and feel weak, frustrated, or afraid of food. The goal is to build a better plate, one that supports blood sugar, energy, strength, and long-term health. And near the end, we will also talk about a few vegetables and starchy foods that are not bad, but may be worth testing carefully if your blood sugar rises easily. So, this list is not a strict rulebook. It is a smart starting point.
Mr. David, you work with people who are trying to make better health choices without feeling overwhelmed. Why is this topic so important, especially after 60?
Because many people are trying to do the right thing, but they are receiving advice that feels contradictory. One person says, eat more vegetables. Another person says, be careful, that vegetable has carbs. One website says carrots are fine. Another says, avoid them. So people end up afraid of food. And after 60, that can become a real problem. Blood sugar matters, yes, but strength matters too. Muscle matters, energy matters, protein, minerals, vitamins, appetite, and quality of life all matter. So today, I want people to understand the plate, not fear the plate. We will talk about 10 vegetables that are usually easier on blood sugar. But more importantly, we will talk about how to think. Fiber first, portion matters, and your own body's response matters most.
All content on Healthy Human 365 is for educational purposes only. This conversation is not medical advice, and it is not a replacement for your doctor, your medication, your diabetes educator, or your personal treatment plan. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, heart disease, digestive problems, take insulin, take diabetes medication, use blood thinners like warfarin, or follow a special diet, please talk with your healthcare provider before making major changes to your diet, medication, exercise, or healthcare routine.
That is very important. Food can support better blood sugar, better energy, and better long-term health. But food should not replace medication, medical monitoring, or professional care. There is no perfect diabetes meal plan that works the same for everyone. Your age, medication, activity level, sleep, stress, kidney health, weight goals, and blood sugar response all matter. That is why today's list is not a law. It is a smart starting point.
Let's imagine Linda. Linda is 68. She lives in Michigan, helps with her grandchildren, tries to walk when her knees feel okay, and wants to eat better because her doctor told her to watch her blood sugar. She goes to the grocery store and feels confused before she even gets to the checkout. She picks up cucumbers and thinks, these seem safe. Then she sees carrots and thinks, but they taste sweet. Are they bad for me? She sees potatoes and remembers family dinners from years ago, but now she worries they might spike her sugar. At home, she makes a salad but adds a sweet, creamy dressing because plain vegetables feel boring. Later, her blood sugar is higher than she expected, and she thinks, I'm trying, why is this still so hard? Mr. David, when someone like Linda is trying but confused, where should she begin?
She should begin by changing the question. Instead of asking only, is this food good or bad? She can ask, how does this food fit on my plate? That means looking at fiber, portion size, what the food is paired with, how it is prepared, and how her own body responds. The food matters, but the full meal matters too. A cucumber with vinegar is not the same as cucumber covered in sweet dressing. A fresh tomato is not the same as ketchup. A small serving of carrots with protein is not the same as a large glass of carrot juice. Broccoli with lemon and garlic is not the same as broccoli buried under heavy cheese sauce. That is where clarity begins. Part 6, Beginner Explanation.
Can you explain the smart plate after 60 inches plain English?
Can you explain the smart plate after 60 inches plain English? Health expert, yes. Before we go into the 10 vegetables, I want to give people a simple way to think about the plate. I call it the smart plate after 60, because after 60, managing blood sugar is not just about removing foods. It is about building a plate your body can actually live with. There are 4 simple rules. Rule number 1, fiber first. Vegetables that give you fiber without a heavy starch load are often a better place to start. Fiber helps slow digestion, helps you feel full, and can make the meal gentler on blood sugar. Rule number 2, portion still matters. A food can be healthy and still raise your blood sugar if the portion is too large. So instead of asking only, is this food good or bad? Ask, how much of this food can my body handle? Rule number 3, your body's response matters. This list is not a law. It is a starting point. 2 people can eat the same vegetable and get 2 different blood sugar responses. Medication, activity level, sleep, stress, age, and portion size can all change the result. So do not argue with the internet. Learn from your own body. Rule number 4, do not cut out so much food that you lose strength. After 60, blood sugar matters, but strength matters too. Muscle matters, energy matters. Protein, minerals, and vitamins still matter. The goal is not to make your plate empty. The goal is to make your plate smarter.
That feels like the foundation of the whole episode. Fiber first, portion matters, your body's response matters. And do not lose strength while trying to control sugar.
Exactly. And with those 4 rules in mind, let's start with number 10. Part 7, core problem block. Number 10, cucumber.
Let's start with number 10. What is the first vegetable?
Number 10 is cucumber. Now, cucumber may look too simple to matter, but simple is sometimes exactly what we need. It is crisp, refreshing, and very low in starch. For many people trying to manage blood sugar, cucumber can add volume and crunch to a meal without adding a heavy carbohydrate load.
That sounds almost too simple, but I can see how it helps someone who wants something crunchy. Health expert.
That sounds almost too simple, but I can see how it helps someone who wants something crunchy. Health expert. Exactly. If your hand reaches for chips at night, try sliced cucumber first. You can add vinegar, lemon, dill, black pepper, or a small amount of plain Greek yogurt if you want a light dip. But watch what you put on it. Cucumber is one thing. Cucumber covered in a sweet, creamy dressing is another. And if you need to watch sodium or blood pressure, be careful with adding too much salt.
I remember you also have a kitchen tip for cucumber.
Yes, this is not a medical trick, but it can make cucumber taste better. If your cucumber sometimes tastes bitter or has that strong sap taste near the ends, try this old kitchen method. First, wash the cucumber well. Then rub the outside lightly with a little plain salt. After that, cut off both ends. Take each cut end and rub it in a small circle against the cucumber for a few seconds. You may see a little white foam or sap come out. Then rinse the cucumber again and slice it. Again, this does not make cucumber lower your blood sugar. It is just a simple prep method many people use to make cucumber taste cleaner, less bitter, and more enjoyable. And that matters because if healthy food tastes better, you are more likely to eat it again.
So the takeaway is cucumber can be a smart, low-starch crunch, especially before lunch or dinner, but the dressing matters.
Exactly. A small bowl of sliced cucumber before lunch or dinner can help you slow down, add crunch, and make the meal feel more satisfying. Host. And the next vegetable is one people may forget, but it can wake up a boring salad very quickly.
What is number 9?
Number 9 is arugula. Arugula is a leafy green with a peppery taste. It is light, low in starch, and easy to add to meals without making the plate feel heavy. And this matters because many people over 60 do not struggle because they refuse vegetables. They struggle because they get bored of eating the same lettuce every day. Arugula gives your plate a different flavor. You can add it to scrambled eggs in the morning. You can put it under grilled chicken. You can mix it with cucumber and tomato for a quick salad. You can even add a small handful to a turkey sandwich so the sandwich has more greens and less empty space.
That sounds practical, but some people may think arugula tastes sharp.
That is true. If the flavor feels too sharp, soften it with lemon juice, a little olive oil, cucumber, tomato, or a light plain Greek yogurt dressing. But here is one important note. If you take warfarin or your doctor has told you to keep vitamin K steady, do not suddenly start eating large amounts of leafy greens without asking your healthcare provider. That does not mean you should fear arugula. It means consistency matters. A healthy food still has to fit your medication and your personal health situation.
Host. So arugula is not a magic food, it is another smart option, especially if someone is bored with the same salad.
Exactly. Use arugula as a fresh, simple way to add greens to your plate.
And number 8 is not fancy at all, but it may be one of the most practical vegetables on the list. Number 8, cabbage. What is number 8?
Number 8 is cabbage. Cabbage is not fancy, But for many people with diabetes or prediabetes, it can be one of the most practical vegetables on this list. It is low in starch compared with vegetables like potatoes or corn, and it gives you fiber, which can help make a meal feel fuller and gentler on blood sugar. Cabbage also brings natural plant compounds and antioxidants. Red cabbage, especially, gets its deep color from compounds that are often talked about for antioxidant support. Now, I want to be clear, cabbage is not medicine. It does not treat diabetes, but as part of a balanced plate, it can be a smart vegetable to use more often.
And it is also affordable.
Yes, and that matters. Cabbage is affordable, easy to find, and it lasts longer in the refrigerator than many delicate greens. Healthy eating should not feel like a luxury. Here is a simple way to prepare it. Slice cabbage very thin. The thinner you slice it, the easier it is to chew and enjoy. Then add lemon juice or vinegar, a little black pepper, and let it sit for a few minutes. This helps soften the cabbage and gives it a brighter flavor. You can also add cabbage to soups, stir fries, or saute it lightly with garlic and a small amount of olive oil.
What if raw cabbage causes bloating?
If raw cabbage makes you feel bloated or gassy, do not force it. Try it cooked. Many people find cooked cabbage easier on the stomach, but be careful with one thing: coleslaw. Cabbage itself can be a smart choice, but cabbage covered in a sweet, creamy dressing can become a very different food. So if you enjoy coleslaw, keep it lighter. Use vinegar, lemon, herbs, or a small amount of plain Greek yogurt instead of a sugary bottled dressing. And if you need to watch sodium or blood pressure, be careful with salty pickled cabbage, sauerkraut, or packaged cabbage salads. Read the label and keep the portion sensible.
That is the smart plate idea again. The vegetable matters, but the way you prepare it matters too.
Exactly. Now, number 7 is one of the best swaps if rice, pasta, or mashed potatoes tend to push blood sugar higher. Number 7, cauliflower.
What is number 7?
Number 7 is cauliflower. Cauliflower is one of the most useful vegetables on this list because it can help replace higher starch foods in a meal. If white rice tends to push your blood sugar higher, cauliflower rice may be worth trying. If mashed potatoes are difficult for your blood sugar, mashed cauliflower can be a lighter option. If pasta or bread takes up too much space on your plate, roasted cauliflower can give you volume, texture, and fiber without the same heavy starch load. This is what cauliflower does well. It helps you build a plate that feels full without depending only on refined carbs or large portions of starch.
So cauliflower helps partly because of what it replaces.
Exactly. And this is why I keep coming back to fiber. Many diabetes nutrition guidelines point to fiber as an important part of eating well with diabetes. Some recommend at least 14 grams of fiber for every 1,000 calories, while others suggest higher daily fiber goals. But you do not need to turn dinner into a math test. The simple idea is this: use more fiber-rich, lower starch foods to replace some of the refined carbs that may push your blood sugar higher. But I want to be very clear. Cauliflower is not magic. It is useful because of what it replaces and how you prepare it. A bowl of cauliflower rice with chicken, fish, eggs, beans, or other vegetables can be a smart meal. Mashed cauliflower with garlic, herbs, and a little olive oil can be a smart side dish. Frozen riced cauliflower can also be a practical shortcut if chopping vegetables is hard on your hands or you want something quick after a long day.
But the preparation can change everything.
Yes, cauliflower covered in batter, deep fried, loaded with creamy sauce, or mixed with too much cheese, is a different story. The vegetable matters, but the cooking method matters too. So keep cauliflower simple when you can. Steam it, roast it, mash it, or turn it into cauliflower rice. Add flavor with garlic, herbs, lemon, pepper, or a small amount of olive oil. And if raw cauliflower makes you feel bloated, try it. The American Diabetes Association includes dark leafy greens like spinach as part of the non-starchy vegetable section of the diabetes plate. These foods are generally low in calories and carbohydrates, which is why they can be useful when you are trying to build a better plate. To put it into perspective, about 3 cups of raw spinach has roughly 20 calories and about 3 grams of carbohydrates. So spinach can add a lot of volume without taking up a lot of your carb budget. Here is how I would use it. Add a handful to scrambled eggs in the morning. Stir it into soup near the end of cooking. Mix it into a salad with cucumber, tomatoes, or avocado. Or saute it quickly with garlic and a small amount of olive oil. Frozen spinach can also be a practical option if fresh greens spoil too quickly in your refrigerator. Just choose plain frozen spinach without creamy sauce. A small handful of spinach in a smoothie can be fine for some people, especially if the smoothie includes protein and does not include a lot of fruit juice or added sugar. But spinach juice is different. Juicing can remove much of the fiber, and it can make it easier to drink more than you would normally chew. So, if you use spinach, think whole food first. These should not be the center of your everyday plate. The same goes for candy, sweet cakes, pastries, and ultra-processed snack foods. This does not mean you can never enjoy food. It means your everyday pattern should help your body, not fight against it. Ask 4 simple questions. Do I have fiber? Do I have protein? Is my starch portion sensible? And is there added sugar hiding in the drink, sauce, or dessert? That is the smart plate after 60. Simple foods. Sensible portion. Less added sugar. More whole foods. And a plate that your body can actually live with. And what is the mistake that worries you the most? Health expert. The mistake that worries me most is when people become so afraid of food that they cut out too much. They remove starch, then they remove fruit, then they remove fats, then they eat tiny meals and feel weak, tired, and frustrated. After 60, that can work against them. The goal is not to make your plate empty. The goal is to make your plate smarter. Blood sugar matters, but muscle matters too. Energy matters. Independence matters. Part 9. It is true that the body can change with age, but that does not mean we should ignore what daily habits can do. After 60, the body may become more sensitive to sleep, stress, activity level, medication, meal timing, portion size, and the type of foods on the plate. So the goal is not to panic, and the goal is not to blame yourself. The goal is to notice what helps. A better plate may support steadier energy, better fullness, and healthier blood sugar patterns. But food is only one part of the plan. Movement, medication when needed, sleep, stress, blood pressure, cholesterol, weight goals, kidney health, and regular checkups also matter. Correct. Vegetables are helpful tools. They are not replacements for medical care. They are not magic, but they are part of the daily pattern. And the daily pattern matters. That can happen, and I do not want that. Food fear is not the goal. Awareness is the goal. If someone is overwhelmed, they should not test 5 new foods at once or change everything in one day. Start with 1 meal, 1 vegetable, 1 portion, 1 note in your blood sugar log. That is enough to begin. Part 10: Warning signs or things to watch. Diabetes is not just about a number on a meter. Over time, poorly controlled blood sugar can affect the heart, blood vessels, kidneys, eyes, nerves, and feet. That is why daily choices matter. According to the CDC, people with diabetes are more likely to face problems like heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, eye disease, and nerve damage. And research shared by the CDC shows that at age 50, type 2 diabetes is linked with about 6 fewer years of life expectancy on average. But please listen carefully. I am not saying this to make anyone afraid. I am saying this because the hopeful part matters too. Better control of blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, body weight, medication when needed, movement, and regular checkups can help protect your future. Food is one part of that plan. Not the only part, not a magic fix, but a daily part exactly. The cucumber, cabbage, cauliflower, spinach, broccoli, and other vegetables we talked about today are not here to replace your medical care. They are here to help you build a plate that supports your care. And after 60, that matters even more. Because the goal is not only to live longer, the goal is to stay strong, clear-minded, independent, and able to enjoy your life. So do not think, I have to fix everything today. Start with 1 better meal, 1 better snack, 1 smarter plate, 1 note in your blood sugar log. Small steps repeated every day can become real protection over time. If blood sugar numbers are repeatedly outside the range your healthcare provider gave you, talk with your provider. If you are having symptoms like unusual thirst, frequent urination, blurry vision, unexplained weight changes, repeated fatigue, slow healing wounds, numbness, tingling, or symptoms that are new, severe, or persistent, it is worth discussing with your doctor. And if you have signs of very low blood sugar, very high blood sugar, chest pain, trouble breathing, confusion, fainting, severe weakness, or anything that feels urgent, seek medical help promptly. Also, if you take insulin or diabetes medication that can cause low blood sugar, do not make major food changes without guidance. Talk with your doctor, pharmacist, or diabetes educator so your food plan and medication plan work together safely. Part 11: Mini Climax, Surprising Moment. Your meter is more personal than any food list. That may be the most important lesson. 2 people can eat the same food and get different blood sugar results. That does not mean one person is lying. That does not mean one food list is always right and another is always wrong. It means diabetes nutrition has to become personal. Your medication, sleep, stress, activity level, age, portion size, kidney health, and what else you eat with the food can all affect your response. So do not guess forever. Learn from your body. But real life is not always absolute. A food may work for you in a small portion with protein and vegetables, but not work well in a large portion by itself. That is why testing matters. Part 12: Optional mid-roll CTA, sponsor placeholder. I want to ask Mr. David for a simple testing plan you can use this week. But before we do that, if this conversation is helping you understand your plate with less fear and more clarity, Leave a comment with one vegetable that works well for your blood sugar and one that surprised you. Your comment may help another person who is standing in the grocery store feeling confused. And if you want more practical health conversations like this, subscribe to Healthy Human 365. Now, let's get practical. Part 13, Practical Solution Block. Here is the simple plan. Step 1. Pick one food from today's video. Do not test 5 new foods at once. Start with one. Maybe carrots, maybe cauliflower rice, maybe broccoli, maybe a small portion of sweet potato. Step 2. Eat a normal, sensible portion. Not a tiny bite that tells you nothing. Not a giant serving that overwhelms your plate. Just a realistic portion you might actually eat again. Step 3. Pair it with a balanced meal. That means add protein, add fiber-rich vegetables, and avoid testing it with soda, dessert, or a large pile of refined carbs at the same time. Step 4. Check your blood sugar, the way your healthcare provider recommends. If your doctor has given you a testing schedule, follow that schedule. If you are not sure when or how often to check, ask your healthcare provider or diabetes educator. Step 5. Write down what happened. Write the food. Write the portion. Write what you ate it with. Write the number if you check your glucose. And write how you felt afterward. Did you feel full? Did you feel hungry again quickly? Did your blood sugar stay steady? Did it rise more than expected? This little notebook can teach you more about your body than 100 arguments online. Maybe you learn that carrots work fine for you in a small serving. Maybe you learn that corn raises you more than expected. Maybe you learn that cauliflower rice helps you feel full without the same response you get from white rice. That information is valuable because your meter is more personal than any food list. Talk with your doctor, pharmacist, or diabetes educator so your food plan and medication plan work together safely. The goal is not to become afraid of food. The goal is to become aware. Do not guess forever. Learn from your body. Part 14, Average Listener Bridge. I would say you are not alone. Diabetes is not rare anymore. The International Diabetes Federation estimates that about 589 million adults worldwide are living with diabetes, about 1 in 9 adults. But I do not want anyone to hear that number and feel hopeless. I want them to hear it and realize something important. You are not alone, and daily choices matter. Food can support better blood sugar, better energy, and better long-term health. But food is not a replacement for medication, your doctor's advice, or your personal treatment plan. There is no perfect diabetes meal plan that works the same for everyone. Your age, medication, activity level, sleep, stress, kidney health, weight goals, and blood sugar response all matter. So do not try to change everything at once. Choose one vegetable from today's list. Add it to a normal meal. Keep the portion sensible. Pay attention to how you feel. And if you check your blood sugar, write down your response. That one small step can teach you more than another confusing food list. And if someone is managing kidney disease, heart disease, taking diabetes medication, using insulin, or following a special diet, they should talk with their healthcare provider before making major changes. Part 15. One thing to remember. Remember this. The goal is not to fear food. The goal is to understand your plate. Choose fiber-rich, lower-starch vegetables more often. Keep portions sensible. Watch sauces, dressings, drinks, and cooking methods. Pair foods with protein and other fiber-rich foods. And learn from your own body's response. Blood sugar matters, but muscle matters too. Energy matters. Independence matters. So build a plate that supports your blood sugar and your strength. That is the Smart Plate After 60. Part Setzer Host Recap. So let me bring this together. Today, we learned 3 important things. First, the 10 vegetables to consider more often are: number 10, cucumber; number 9, arugula; number 8, cabbage; number 7, cauliflower; number 6, tomatoes; number 5, carrots; number 4, avocado; number 3, spinach; number 2, Brussels sprouts; and number 1, broccoli. Second, the list is only part of the lesson. The bigger lesson is how you build your plate.